So today we will be talking about the what we call control flow testing, right? So this is another white box testing mechanism that is based on the graph related concepts, right? So previously we have discussed how the how um, how we do the how we do the basic part testing and then the how we do the size based testing. So today we will be learning about control flow testing and as well as the data flow testing, right? So as the wording control flow, so this particular testing is focusing on the flow control. So how effects are happening, how the loops are happening. So this is uh, considered in this control flow testing, right? So in the control flow testing, right? So we have a keyword called basic block, right? So basically this basic block, or we can like tell it in a very simple term like block, right? Just block. So it's a some sort of sequence of consecutive statements, and these statements will have one single entry and one single exit, right? So if I like draw it for yourself, so this is my starting point. So always one single entry and one single exit point, right? So this will be a statement. And the control always enters a basic block at its entry point and exit from its exit point, right? If a basic block contains a single statement, then the exit and entry points coincide, right? So these are like very we have discussed those things in the previous introduction to graph related concept, right? So we have that we have discussed about nodes, edges, path, etc. Right? So when it comes to the control flow graph, right? So in the control flow graph, you have start and ending nodes, right? So usually for the start node, we can like identify start nodes by checking whether that particular node is have no any incoming edges, but only only outgoing edges, right? And when it goes to the talk about these end nodes, right? So this particular end node will have either single or multiple incoming edges, but not no any outgoing edges. So that's why we call it as end. So so each and every node can be reached from the start and can reach end, right? So this in the control flow graph, the basic block or the sequence of consecutive statement which have single entry and single exit is act as a node in the control flow graph, right? And the edges that is connecting nodes together will indicate how the flow is controlling from one block to another. So I will show you an example, then you can realize, right? So this is my starting node and this is my ending node, right? So if I get this first node, right? So you can see I have true and false paths. So from node 1, the flow of my control is changed. When it goes to this, from in the fifth node, right, in here, so you can see it can goes either to 7 or it can go 6 and come back again to the 5. So this is basically in the coding, this is iteration, right? So this will be if else, or the we can call it as this is a, right? So again, you can see in the 7th node. So the 7th node can control the flow of your program. So in here, it's having, it can control either to 7 to 9 node, 7 to 8, right? So in this case, this is also another decision node, right? So this is like, this is the almost same that we have discussed in the previous lectures, right? Under the graph related testing. Only thing is, in this particular testing, since we are like focusing more on how the control flow is happening, so that's why we call it as control flow. But the rest of all other things are same. Only the concern point is different. So then we have node coverage, right? So node coverage means like if you like have to do some sort of testing called T, right? And your test set is satisfying the node coverage on graph. But this node coverage will happen only for the syntactically reachable nodes of the graph, right? So it means, so if like if we go to this particular one, right? So you can see from if we take this second node, right? The second node can only reach 4, but not 3. So in that case, the node coverage will be 2 to 4, but not the 3. It's because it's not syntactically reachable, right? So ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ graph එක දිහා බැලුවාම එක node එකකින් නම් තව node එකකට අපිට එක්ක කෙලින් හරි තව node එකක් හරි හරහා යන්න පුළුවන් නම් විතරක් අපිට මේ node coverage එක කරන්න පුළුවන්. පැහැදිලිද? And then again we have this edge coverage. So the in the node we are concerning about these nodes. So in the edge we are covering pair of nodes, right? So the test requirement for the edge coverage contains each reachable path of length up to 1 inclusive in the graph, right? So like if you are like you know, these are the edges, right? So if you are dealing with edge coverage, it is covering this node coverage also, right? It's because we know edge is always a adjacent nodes, right? 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, etc. So if I like represent in a like what we call in a written format, right? So in the node coverage for this particular case, right? So we can see that we can go. We have two nodes. Node 0 can reach either 1 and 2, right? So in that case, this would be my test path, right? And if we talk about the edge coverage, so it will be N0, N1, then N0, N2, then N1 to N2, right? So when it comes to this edge coverage, right? So you can see in the node coverage, we did not consider this particular part. It's because we don't need to consider this as this particular node can reach node 2 in different path. It is syntactically reachable. So that's why we are only having one path. But when it comes to the edge coverage, so you have to consider about this edge, and this edge, right? So that's why. So if we go this particular path, this and this is covered. Nodes, yeah, edges are covered. So in order to cover this particular edge, right? So we have to go N0 to N2. So this is our test path for the edge coverage. And then we have another aspect called edge pair coverage. So in the test requirement for edge pair coverage, right? So in this edge coverage, we only consider about the length of 1. It means එක node එකකින් ඉඳන් තව node එකකට යනකොට අපිට එක path එකක් කියලා තමයි අපි ගණන් ගන්නේ. So length එක එකයි. හැබැයි අපි node 0 to node 2 නම් අපි follow කරන්නේ this particular path නම් N0 1 2 කියලා යන එක නම් එතකොට length එක දෙකයි. එතකොට edge pair කියලා කියන්නේ ඇත්තටම edges දෙකක් පාවිච්චි වෙන නිසා. Right? And then we have the complete path coverage. So the complete path coverage is so if you are required to do this complete path coverage for your software code, right? It implies that you have to consider about all paths. So in here you can see I have this is my one path and this is the other path, right? So under the control for testing, so you can ask, you can do actually node coverage, edge coverage, edge pair coverage, and the complete path coverage, right? Whatever, these are like not a hard cases, right? So this is another example of this node coverage, edge coverage. And so you can see this edge pair coverage. So usually I have I should have more than one length should be more than one. It should be two. So in that case, so in order to have length 2, it means I have at least 3 nodes, 3 consecutive nodes, right? So 0, 1, 2 will be 1. Then 0, 2, 3 will be another one, right? 0, 2, 4 will be another one. Likewise, you can see. So in 0, 1, 2 edge pair, this edge and this edge is covered. And 0, 2, 3 edge pair, this and this covered. Likewise, you can see it's covering edge pairs. So when it comes to the complete path coverage, right? So you have to consider entire path from start to end. So you can see all our test paths start from 0, ends from 6, right? So if I go to first test path, 0, 1, 2, 3, 6 will be one path. Then 0, 1, 2, 4, 6. Right? Likewise, you can have complete path coverage. Right? So do you have any issues of this control flow graph? So in the exam, I will give you a graph, and then I will ask to identify edge pairs, etc. Right? That is not a big deal. Okay. Anyway, so we will move to our last slide.